You can speak to me? You can speak through that. Do you hear me? Do you hear us? Do you see us?
Well, hello there, knockers. This week on Knock Knock Ghost, we're visiting the Ottawa Jail here in our nation's capital. It was originally built in 1842. It was the basement of the courthouse at the time. And then, 20 years later, they built this monstrosity. The whole point of this building was not just to improve prison reform, but was to also deter people from committing crimes. It's very austere, very imposing, and is reported to be one of the most haunted places in Canada. Of course, we're going to check that out. I'm here with my assistant, Bree, who is apparently a very bad girl.
Don't you dare go inside! Richard! Ugh, you're impossible. Fine, I'll just get myself out. I seem to be a little stuck. Richard!
This is the reason I love doing this show, is not only do you get to go to unique locations, but you get to go inside stunning architecture. These older buildings, when you can see the way these things were put together, like hewn beams of wood holding up stone walls. I can't be afraid of buildings like this, in theory. Then somebody always turns off the lights.
It was cool and creepy, and it was very heavy. To noticeably feel some, like, a heavier kind of energy is set me on edge.
As we come up to the Ottawa Jail, I'm just amazed by the architecture of this building. It doesn't at all resemble what I know to be a jail. Quickly, I get the sense of compressed energy, bottled energy, whether it's the negative energy left behind, just the fact that there's a poor story there. That's what I feel. I'm interested to get started.
Okay, so here we are at the jail hostel in Ottawa. I'm here with Erin Henry. You are the experience curator.
Correct.
Sounds like it involves drugs.
It does not. Okay. It involves curating an experience. I create all of the hostel activities here. I run our social media pages. I help make sure that all of our design elements are in place. Nice. And keep it looking nice.
What do you think is the best feature of this building, or the thing that you like most?
I just think that the uniqueness of the building, there's so much to work with, and it's a really unique challenge to try and retain the sort of grim, spooky atmosphere, while also making it warm and welcoming and inviting. And I mean, I like to think that we're trying to hit on that.
Yeah, but ironically, you know, as a jail, exposed brick is actually quite charming and lovely. So
I mean, it's very much my
aesthetic. You think back, it's like, how could they hate being in solitary confinement with that wall behind them? You know?
I mean, the torture didn't help.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't know from being jailed. Have you had any experiences yourself?
I actually have not had any experiences personally. I've heard a lot of stories from some of our other staff and from guests who have stayed here about sightings and whatnot, but I think I might just be a weirdo, but I find this place cozy and inviting, and I don't feel any of that.
What's the most common type of sighting, or is there a place in the building that seems to be the more?
There's a couple common things. A lot of people have claimed sightings of a man matching the description of Patrick Whelan, who was executed here.
Okay.
He'll often turn up at the foot of people's beds. Or there are a lot of people speaking about having weird feelings in the death row area, feeling like they're being touched or the air is getting cold.
I'll get back to you and let you know what I've experienced this time. Maybe it'll be a new thing that you could put in your curation. Of course, I was just being nice. Those ghosts had better stay the hell away from me.
Hear, hear!
Well, here I am in the dreaded gallows of the Ottawa Jail with Natasha White from the Haunted Walk Ottawa. So we're in the Ottawa Jail. Let's talk about Parliament Hill. No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about here. Have you experienced anything yourself? I always like to ask that one.
Well, this jail, I've had quite a few things happen to me, including hearing the sound of chains clanking on pipes and knocking on doors while I'm here in the middle of the night alone, which is great.
Now, what are some of the key features of this, well, it's a hostel now, but the jail that you share with people while you're doing the walk?
Yeah, so we take them really throughout a lot of the important parts of the jail itself. We show them one of the solitary confinement cells, and then we bring them up to the 8th floor, quickly show them the gallows, move on to the 8th floor, which has some single-person cells and some 3-person cells. Of course, shows them death row, which is probably one of the most interesting parts of the building. And we finish here at the gallows with one of our final stories about it.
And what's that story?
All right, so basically, we explain how the gallows work, first of all. So basically, if you were to be executed at the appointed time, you'd be standing on the doors. Your hands and feet would be bound to keep them from flailing out as you fell. You'd have the chance to say your final words. Bag would be placed over your head. The noose around your neck. Hangman would put his foot on the pedal, and just like that, you fell to your death. Unfortunately, the drop for him was not as quick as he'd hoped, and he unfortunately suffocated for 5 minutes. His final words were, "May God save Ireland, and may God save my soul."
Now, this man was somebody that it was iffy. Did he commit the crime? Didn't he commit the crime? They were split. It split the capital.
Yeah, there was a lot of speculation as to whether or not he committed the crime. There was a large sum of money that was offered to people to speak against him at the trial. Even the Prime Minister of Canada was sitting next to the judge every single day of the trial. This was John A. Macdonald. And so you could feel that the jury at the time felt as though they had to find him guilty.
Right.
So it was very iffy whether or not he'd actually committed the crime.
Are there any other historical points that you like to share with people when you're doing the tour?
Yeah, one of our biggest historical facts about this prison is that it was incredibly medieval. It was built in 1862. And already by 1946, people were criticizing it for having cells that were incredibly cramped. Really a horrible condition to live in, especially in modern times.
Well, thank you so much. That's interesting. Do you have a ghost walk scheduled for tonight?
For tonight, yes, we do have some at 8 p.m.
Okay, so if you see me around, just warn me you're there. Don't startle me because I tend to pee.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Thanks,
My
Natasha.
pleasure.
Oh my God. I just saw that open and someone fall.
There must be a comedian like me in every jail hostel in the country. I'm that guy that can make you laugh in every situation. If you need to laugh for a birthday or a bat mitzvah, even to celebrate your kid's kindergarten graduation, I'm your man. Hell, if you need a bag of reefer, I might be your man. So, when the producers came to me and said we were visiting the most haunted location in Canada, I thought, sure, I'm your man. They didn't tell me it was going to be like this.
Once I was given a reading to this young lady who had come in. She kept shaking her head no. I shared with her a message from this woman, Margaret, who thanked her for being present for her, and detailed that she had these 3 sons, all with A names. And I finally asked her, I said, "What do you do for a living?" And she said, "I'm a funeral home director." The next day I got a message from her and she was stunned. She did indeed confirm that Margaret was there on the table, to use her phrase, and that she had 3 sons. It does not at all look like the front door of a jail. I can't imagine it looked this way before. As I approach the building, I can hear like a massive moaning and groaning, and in spirit that could be residual, just those things that you overhear and you hear that's left over from the past. I keep hearing the term swinging, and to me it's not a fun term. It's a term that indicates maybe a euphemism for being hanged as an execution. Yeah, there's so much of my body doesn't want to cooperate with my eagerness to pursue the unknown. All the emotions of this place are hitting me like a wall. As I'm making my march through here, there's a huge sense of being bound, and I feel as if I have a person on either side of me. And these are the emotions of the people who have made this march. It's my fear that this maybe went out to the gallows. So I'm saying that someone's just given me a very Irish accent, but the sound, the words are "didn't do it." Didn't do this.
Oh, Faith and Begorra, could this be our political patsy, Patrick Whalen?
The emotion, so the message that I get from the emotion is more, they need someone to blame. They need to have someone to point the finger at. So I'm trying to put out of my head. So someone call someone Patty or something like that could be like a slur. That could be like a slur towards someone who's Irish. It could be their name though, too. But he's like, you don't want to go out there. It's like I'm going to my death. I didn't do this. You can't make me do this, is the feeling. Like and I'm sure plenty of jails are filled with innocent people. But I think in this regard, what I'm feeling from this one person is definitely a very reasonable sense of innocence. Like just vehemently, that's what they believe. Oh my God. I just saw that open and someone fall. Oh. Yeah, there's this overwhelming sense of these are your last few steps. And so for me, I feel that residual energy is something as profound as someone dying on a particular location or spot. Can leave behind such a huge psychic impression that it never ever will leave this place. Yeah, I both want to go up these stairs and don't want to make this my last march. Certainly not the original noose. One particular energy feels like this isn't right, this isn't fair, I've had nothing to do with this, this is, so I'm gonna back up. There's a sense of that spirit having a very Irish type background, and it feels as if that venom and hate it's almost as if then he understands that under a different form of government that he can't flourish. That they had to have a patsy, someone to blame for this. I'm troubled by the spirit that insists on innocence. I don't know when this stopped being a jail, but I can tell by what I see from spirit that we start to talk about a spirit being around as far back as maybe the mid to late 1800s. And for a spirit to stick around that long and then insist on innocence feels like a prison for that spirit that goes beyond these walls. What you're hearing right now is the spirit box firing up. You want to speak with us? You can either speak to me and I'll convey the message, or you can utilize the phonemes on this equipment.
Hi. The room that you gave me is a little small. You got anything in an XL? Well, I guess this is better.
Hi!
Bree, what are you doing in here?
We're roommates. Aren't you so excited? Roomy.
I thought I asked for solitary confinement.
Is this where the slumber party is?
What's with the boots?
It's cold in here.
This isn't a prison, it's hell! This is one of those buildings I want to film a horror movie in. Like, it's gorgeous.
This location at night has gotten significantly creepier than during the day.
The richness of the wood and the coldness of the stone and the long hallway, the bars.
Like, this is a jail that, like, once upon a time, really dangerous people were in, and they could have their really dangerous ghosts left behind, waiting for innocent blonde women to come waltzing through.
It just is, it's just full of possibility.
Yeah, it's much creepier at night.
There's plenty of spirit here who want to converse and want to talk to us and want to tell us their story.
All right, we're in the jail/hostel. You've had to walk around. We are now on the 8th level, because it's weird. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So when they said 8th floor, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. I might need to send the Sherpas ahead. But, so we're not too far up, but it's still amazing, the floors. But this was the floor you said you...
Yeah, I was immediately attracted to the energies up here and really resisting the urge to book it and run. That human sense of fear is very real.
And Bree, you're our tech expert, so what have you got for us this week?
So I have this thing called the Shadow Master.
Ooh, 2.0.
Oh, I don't know. But what it does is it detects shadows that walk by it.
Okay, that means that we don't have to.
Yeah.
All right, so are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Are we ready?
Never, but yes.
Hit it, Bree!
Lights out.
Not even remotely creepy.
Does this black shadow make me look thinner? We really need to have a better transition into night vision. I mean, can you even tell it's dark? Seriously, we should have like one of those 1920s placards that just comes out. The lights are off now. One of those things. Very funny. Hello? Guys? What was that? It was me.
We're on the 8th floor. To me, the energies just lured me up to this area.
No, in the life of the hostel, these are rooms, single rooms, jail rooms. But in the life of the jail, they were cells.
They were.
Right.
Individual cells, from what I understand. Just walking through, too, there's a sense of death, despair. This, too, when I went on my psychic tour, is where I feel the most anxiety, the most... I keep getting shadow just beyond Bree here. But that door is closed. I really fought with just that innate fear. I think anyone who comes off investigating the paranormal and seems to own no single bit of fear isn't being genuine. There's this contest between your base nature wanting to run and that energy that just makes you want to pursue whatever's there. I keep getting this dancing of light too. I think it'd be more appropriate to say a dancing of dark as we get to these cells. I have male spirit. Maybe get a focus on these cells. and he just walks freely along these cells. The name sounds like the name sounds like Hugh or Eugène.
Is it like the French Eugene?
I'm from South Carolina.
Is it Eugene? Eugene Lermont. Eugène Lermont. Who do you think gets a better table when they call for a reservation? This gentleman was the last person to be executed in the jail.
So the gentleman here who feels like he's just, he's young, but there's an energy of like just trying to dominate this place, like own it, it's his. But there's also a sense that he passed here, he died here. And I feel like the only way we can, I feel like that's an execution. One of our crew in here. I still get, there was nothing through there, Simon? Nothing. There's such a busyness with each one of these cells.
So when we move into this next space, our spirit box turns itself on and then continues to glitch itself on and off.
How creepy and fun.
Yes, how fun.
Listen to the sound. You hear it?
Yeah, that is not, yeah, that's unusual for a spirit box.
Well,
It feels like a
spirit box.
scraping.
This is the speaker for the spirit box, and it wasn't making this sound in my hands in the other space. As soon as I got in here, in that space, it started going.
All right.
So I think we should.
Maybe we explore that space.
I can get that set up. Maybe that space, like it kicked on as soon as I got in there, and it wasn't doing anything before that.
Oh, good. Now we don't have control over our equipment. They can just turn it on. Perfect.
It's Ghost Alexa, so it probably won't work very well either.
What you're hearing right now is the spirit box firing up. You want to speak with us? You can either speak to me and I'll convey the message, or you can utilize the phonemes on this equipment. That's the weirdest noise for the... Are you comfortable here? There's spirit that just leaned through this wall. Did you just reach through the wall? You can touch me. I'm not afraid. You shouldn't be afraid either. I felt like a blowing on my neck. It wasn't quite a touch. There's all kinds of phonemes there you can build words with. Were you trying to curse me? Were you in French? Are you French? So I hear Mel's voice say, "Do it again," and do it again. Accented English. I feel a buildup of like negative energy. There is the darkest shadow that I've felt in here grow. I can see that grow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Kevin, in there?
Something like breathed out.
Richard, you've had the darkest spot come right over your left shoulder.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that would kind of make sense why we heard that exhale.
Like to me, that's someone who was clearly executed. He keeps talking about the car, having crashed the car.
Is there something back there?
Back that way beyond the doors.
Yes.
What do you see? Because I'm seeing the same thing.
I don't know. It looks like there's a person standing in the direction.
Yeah, right, back and forth, just like that.
Yes. Like with her arms on either side of their body, or something. Like there's nothing.
To the left. Let me give it a shot just over our camera crew. There's so much energy going on in this place. There's so many shadows. There's so much despair. That was a woman's voice out of the spirit box. Is that through the box?
It sounds like there's a female voice coming out of the box. Like very soft, like whisper almost.
I know the energy I feel attached to that is kind of like an I'm here. Paul, you said it said.
That's what it sounded like it said.
So the energy, the intent that I'm feeling is more of a, hey, I'm present, I'm here.
Do you think they mean?
Again, same words.
Can you tell us your name, who you are?
Oh my God.
Richard?
This whole room went black.
It's so strange in there.
Is there a window in there? Okay, there's no window in there. That's weird. It just got, like you say, like dark blacker.
Yeah, it's like blacker than night. You can speak to me? You can speak through that.
Action. So, knockers, one of the things that... Son of a gun! Bree! Bree, turn that music off, we're shooting.
Sorry. Richard,
Yes?
can I do your taxes?
No.
Richard, have you seen my pet crow, Albert? Richard? Are you standing close to the door like I am? Richard? Richard?
We're good. Lights off or no?
We need to get black cups.
These spirits clearly want to be heard.
Well, I wish we could hear more of them and less of this broken radio.
So, I don't know if it's just my hair, but something keeps touching the back of my neck.
I've had the same feeling, but it feels like a blowing.
Well, it's breezy in here.
It's breezy. But I meant like,
Breezy.
look at that. Did you hear that? It sounded like it said,
Yeah, I heard that.
I feel your intent wasn't to hurt anyone. You didn't do anything, did you?
What the hell was that?
Underneath our conversation, you can clearly hear someone say, "Don't report me." I'm sorry, what? I can't believe we're literally looking at a noose.
And a trap door. From the bottom, it's about maybe 4 flights up. And so as I walk, it just got heavier and heavier, and just walking through gives me like a slam feeling.
So that's where they started, and then the trapdoor fell and they went down.
So from the outside, what happens is that looks like a barn loft. Yeah, we're getting 2 very different voices. I'm getting a female voice. I thought I heard the word hopeless. Someone could have hung from this. It's kind of weird because there's a couple notches there. I don't know how many watch me. That's the woman.
Walking?
The woman who said stop.
Yeah. Are you bothered by what we're saying? It's almost in response to what I said. You can talk to me too. I want to hear with my ears. Or go through the box. Let everyone hear. How many undocumented hangings happen? What can happen too is we get negative energy that settles in this place because it consumes whatever spirit energy is here. And so this becomes a repository. Also,
Why, yes, I am freaking out. Thanks for asking.
you can speak to me. You can speak through that. Do you hear me? Do you hear us? Do you see us? Is that what it's? Yeah.
That sounded British.
Yeah, what could that mean?
No.
I thought I heard the name Stuart. Is your last name Stuart? That was the woman's voice.
Yeah.
Was your life taken?
Yes.
That's what I heard is taken.
Oh, something's touching my leg.
I keep seeing like my focus has been your legs, but I don't know what I'm seeing necessarily. Do you like Bree?
Touching.
It don't touch.
Touching. Great.
That sounded like the ghost. That sounded so much like a woman crying. Like she was, Is your family here, your children?
I have a red mark.
I'm hearing the woman's voice again.
Let's go scratch.
Who's touching Bree?
Heard it again.
I heard it again too. It's like, woo. That's an unusual
Like,
noise for a spirit box.
yeah, I thought it was an itch. I just felt it. I was like, what is that?
That is definitely crying.
Okay, I'm gonna come down here because I don't feel comfortable up here.
That's perfectly all right. Come on. Are you hearing it? That is, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, I can't say that I was distracted by. You okay?
I don't know. Something scratched me. I'm pretty sure because there's like a red mark on my side and it's not for me.
What we're hearing from the spirit box is obviously a woman crying.
Is she crying or is she laughing? I just got scratched and Nobody seems to care.
Well, I'd care more if you got me coffee. I'm caffeine deficient. It's hard to empathize without stimuli.
As much as I've been a medium and as much as I've been a psychic in my entire life, I want to reasonably explain things. I want to be able to debunk that what is not spirit, and I don't want us fooling ourselves, but that is not something that can come out of that box unless it is spirit. Clearly a woman crying. She's old. Was that like hush? It sounds like crying, but under that it sounds like just a help. I saw someone's head there. Open that door, please. I fear we're like frightening the hell out of whatever spirit feels like it's stuck in this space. We're here in the gallows where, yeah, maybe we go into the next area, the holding area. I have never heard so much despair from. That's okay. There's never been so much despair come out of that box set.
Could it be a person that's grieving somebody who was hanged?
It's a possibility. This is the worst place for them to do that.
So I have a question. Were these walls around when people were using the gallows?
This wasn't necessarily.
Or was this...
No.
That's changed. Listen to it.
What the hell? Did you touch that? That's going at a much slower rate now. That's the negative energy.
It went super quiet and it changed its rate.
I thought we turned it off.
That's the slowest progression too. It was off, wasn't it?
I just hit the square button, whatever. I thought that meant stop.
A lot of negative energies, non-human energies, demonic energies will feed on this death energy that's present in here.
Sounded like he said, like, either stand down or shut up, you
There's like noises coming from in there.
What?
There's like hissing noises coming from in there.
Hissing?
As everybody came in here.
Oh yeah, I heard like a weird like announcement. Almost.
Yeah, almost like an announcement. Like, can we stand up, please? But a man.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody caught her.
Well, it's been an interesting night so far. The equipment's been turning on and off on its own, which is usual. And there was that crying woman, which wasn't Bree, which isn't usual.
How dare you? Okay, maybe you're not wrong.
Some of the audio from the spirit box has me just completely compelled with it. It's stuff that I get on a regular occurrence, and during this investigation, I've heard with my naked ear, and here it's continuing to be repeated through the spirit box.
Can we stand up, please? But like a man's voice.
I just said, can we go into the...
No, way before. Like, just as everybody came in here.
Oh yeah, I heard like a weird like announcement. Almost.
Yeah, almost like an announcement. Like, can we stand up, please? But a man.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody caught her.
Oh man.
Roll.
Yeah, God made me jump.
What happened?
It felt like a sharp instrument giving me a poke.
Do you have a mark on your back?
I don't know.
Can we look?
It's up right on my spine, right through here.
Right here?
What's that?
This?
Is that where it is?
Right here.
It's on my spine. It's like directly on my spine.
Let's keep an eye on it. If it starts to change or burn,
I'll let you know. Spirit touch and a spirit scratch can feel similar in the first couple of seconds. It wasn't until that sting afterward that I knew that I had been scratched.
What, so everyone else gets scratched? I'm itchy too.
Where the hell were you guys when I got scratched?
Heard, so I guess in the spirit's voice, laughter from the cell. You think it's funny? It was like a smart-ass laughter. I don't know what that was. It was from the cell, though. What is in there? Nothing really. Sound like a whistle?
Yeah.
So like what?
No, I heard it coming from over here.
So this is the place where many people sat. It was their last home before they were executed, before they were hanged. I've just had spirit come up beside me. Feels like
To your left there, on the other side of you?
Just to my left.
Yeah. I thought it looked like, I thought I had something in my eye, because to the...
Now the top of my arm is being touched, my forearm. I don't mind touches like that.
You thought you saw something beside him, Richard?
I like saw something out of the corner of my eye, but I thought it was just these. Like the boxes.
No, I still feel that touch. Now I feel along my left side, like someone's leaning into me. I'm just gonna call you Miss Stewart. Were you the woman in the hall?
What was that?
There's something back here. I have a face. Sorry, I have a face, but I just saw a face through there. It's definitely a woman's face. You could come step over. Please just come to me. If we can be as still as possible on this floor. Did you hear that?
Well, clearly somebody just stepped forward, and nobody asked for a volunteer.
Those who no longer want to be here, you go with your ancestors. You have passed. This no longer confines you. Let's hold off a few minutes, and we may do a spirit box session there. I thought I heard that cry, just lowly. Were you a prisoner here? Or are you mourning the loss of someone? That was it again. You're crying, I want to help. That sounded like bitch. That is that cry. She is, There's a shuffling here. And I see legs. That's you? You don't have to be afraid. You can walk with me out of this place.
Oh, this way?
Sure it's not me. A little back behind you here. Right there.
There's someone's arm, too.
It was a full shape. I thought it was Connor. I was about to say, David, Connor.
Where are you, Connor?
Knock these bars. Knock that. That sounded like, stop it. What the hell? That makes no sense.
All in all, this was a unique location because most of our activities seemed to be audio. We heard a lot of talking. There was that crying woman, which I have to say really stuck out for me because of this being a jail. Makes me wonder that somebody wasn't wasting away to their own death, crying for whoever was in the jail. I imagine her name was Bertold. I'd cry if I had that name too.
This jail was cool, but it was terrifying in a lot of ways. I got nothing scratched. And can I just say, I really wish ghosts would stop thinking they have the green light to touch me all of a sudden.
Obviously, this jail has added up or stacked up. One of the things that was unnerved with is the crying woman. To receive this constant, consistent voice over all the bands of that radio lets me know that this is a woman who's desperately attempting to make contact with us.
Well, I hate to say it, guys, I thought that was boring. We've had more interesting nights, but it was a chatty night. That's what I think made it interesting on some level anyway. How was it for you with all this residual outside activity? Because we just, even because we're very famous. We just had somebody yelling at us. This is the heart of the city. We haven't done anything this close to activity before.
I've found that the jail itself repressed anything that was outside. I felt virtually nothing from outside, and it was everything that was busy within this jail.
And I just have to say, the reason I said I thought it was boring, because this was, it is one of the most haunted locations in Canada. So I guess I set my sights high. Yeah. And my sights high mean bells and whistles go off, not chitty chatty. So my house is the worst. No one will haunt it. Not even me. I'm going to go back into solitary confinement.
But with the locations being anonymous until I get there and catching them when I first see them.
Hold on. Nice one. My alarm's to remind me to pick up Asher.
I feel like I need to rework that anyhow.
So I have this thing called the Shadow Box.
Shadow Master?
Oh.
I think I have a spirit. Let's ask the question again if we could, please. Okay.
This week on Knock Knock Ghost, we're visiting the Ottawa Jail here in our nation's capital. It was originally built in 1842. It was the basement of the courthouse at the time. And then, 20 years later, they built this monstrosity. The whole point of this building was not only to help
Can it just be called the Shadow Box? That's so much funnier.
No, that's what we call you.
That was my drag queen name in high school.
Here's your Shadow Box is on set.
I heard that.
Jesus. Stop it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm looking over.
I'm not looking at you. Okay, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
No.
So I have this thing called the Shadow Master.
2.0.
I don't know. But... yeah.
Not good.